Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to transform your body and your skin in 30 days. So here's the thing, 30 days is more than enough time, and here's the thing, the fat thing and the skin thing kind of go hand in hand, okay? If you are fat, most likely you are eating things that also break out your skin, okay? And for me, I wasn't even like crazy overweight. I was probably just an extra 10 pounds overweight. And even that much extra insulin, that much extra blood sugar spiking led to me having some crazy skin. Also, for me personally, well, I think for, a lot of people too, but caffeine was one of the biggest triggers for my breakouts. Energy drinks and caffeine, because what happens is that it damages your gut lining and barrier, and it weakens the strength of your gut bacteria essentially, especially energy drinks. Anything that has like sucrose in it, those stupid protein drinks and shakes, please don't drink those. They're terrible for your liver. If that's another thing, on cooked carnivore, when I did that for a while, it burdened my liver because I was eating very glycated, overcooked meat. The fat is very important for digesting that meat. It makes it easier for your system to absorb it. And then when you add black charred barbecue on top of a steak, it's just very hard for your body to process compared to a raw steak, raw cut of meat. So, yeah, let's get into the basics. So, first things first, I talk about this in my book. This is how the chapters of my book are formatted. The first aspect that you need to understand and master is your mind, okay? You are not going to get any kind of physical transformation, life transformation. You're not going to get anywhere if you don't set your mind straight, if you don't organize your thoughts, if you don't keep track of the things that are entering your brain, your ears, and your eyes. You're basically living life on autopilot and letting whatever can happen to you. Instead of controlling your thoughts, you end up controlling basically nothing in your life because thoughts become things when you are just unconsciously watching random media, watching random shows, listening to your loser friends. You become those things. So, the same way that you discipline your diet, you need to discipline the things that you allow to enter your mind. So, this means no depressing music that talk about I'm so this, I'm so that, I hate life, and none of that. No shows that reflect poverty or struggles with being, a loser, or like, those like shows where the main character always has something bad happening to them. Get rid of those. My favorite show used to be The Middle, but it's a good show. It's funny, but the fact that the family was always like struggling financially and they were just always, bad things were happening to them, things wouldn't go their way. And when you are obsessed with these certain kinds of shows and you notice these kinds of themes, they will manifest into your life, okay? You will get on the vibration of these things that you are watching, and the same things will start happening to you all of a sudden. You are living in that show. And then again, things that you read, don't just scroll on your phone on TikTok all day. If your feed is not locked in, my TikTok feed and Instagram feed is literally just a collection of supermodels, beautiful people, successful people, motivational talking, things that make you feel like a winner. Okay, there's no sad. Every time I see something remotely sad on my Instagram or TikTok, immediately press not interested. Don't allow it to enter your mind. Also, friends as well. If you have any depressive friends that are always complaining or talking about their physical appearance, sometimes, what these friends will do, these like negative friends, they will talk bad about themselves and then they'll group you in with it. So they're like, oh my gosh, I feel so fat today. Like, we need to start working out. We need to like do this. They like automatically put you in the mindset of also being a loser and being someone that's, doing the same things that they are just to, misery loves company. So they want company. So that is why I basically have like a total of like three friends, not even kidding, from childhood. Three friends, like that's it. Maybe four. Yeah. You don't really need friends, okay? My friends are people that I like to watch online, and then a very select group of friends that are winners in life. They are positive, they are happy, they don't complain, they are hardworking. Your friends should be better than you, okay? Your friend circle should be a group of people that are doing better than you or more motivated than you. It just is a cheat code for getting better in life in general. So, for family members, just do your best to avoid them if you have any like negative family members, maybe a sibling, maybe a toxic parent that just, doesn't want to see you doing your best. And, people like that exist. Unfortunately, we can't choose our family. So, with that comes being better than everyone else. I want you to know that you are better than everyone else. You should feel like you are better than other people. If you don't, then something is wrong with you. Then you have not achieved enough in life to feel worthy of this physique that you want, this skin quality that you want. You need to accomplish some things that make you feel good about yourself. So, when you lose the weight and when you look beautiful, your face is lean and your skin is clear, that is an accomplishment that you have done that will make you feel better than others. It is just a good vibration to be at because most people don't care, they don't try, and when you better yourself, it pisses them off. When they see that someone else is doing better than them, they want to drag you down to their level. We can't have that. So you need to get this sense of you need to get the sense of what's the word? Self-worth, where you are so sure in your ways, you are so confident in yourself that no loser friend can sway you. No one can impact you or influence you to do things that you shouldn't be doing. For example, I don't drink or smoke. I never have. And that is because from childhood, my parents instilled in me that I am a certain kind of way, that I'm special, that, I do certain things. And in my childhood, I accomplished things that made them proud, that made me happy for making them proud. So, because of this, I was never swayed into doing these bad habits or easily influenced. So, as an adult, when you want to pick up these habits of eating healthy, of doing healthy things, having a healthy lifestyle, if you have people around you that are automatically like, hey, let's just like go to McDonald's at 3 a.m. and just like do this and that, and you'd be like, okay, let's go do it if you don't have these morals instilled in you. So you need to adopt them. Okay, that is one of the most important things when it comes to transformation, and to stick to the transformation, it needs to be built in you. You need to rewire yourself in a different way than the people around you. This is why isolation is key, in my opinion. The less people impact you and influence you, the better. Quality over quantity any day. I know a lot of people are also very scared of being alone because they're not happy with themselves. They don't feel like they've accomplished enough. They abuse their body with junk food. They, don't take the best care of themselves. And because they are unhappy of the things that they do, it's like in the back of their mind. They're not aware of how it affects them, but in the back of their mind, because they're unhappy with themselves, they need to surround themselves with other miserable people. And that's just, how that happens. So ditch your loser friends. I am your new friend, okay? You will be watching me from now on. I will be setting you straight. Another thing is you need to write these things down. So I have my own journal that I literally created myself. It's linked in, just search up the Dear Diet journal on Amazon, and it's basically like a daily tracker of everything you eat, your workouts, like how long you fasted for, and it has like a different motivational quote each day. We like that harsh motivation here. We like to keep it real. So you need to be writing down these goals every single day, what your goal weight is, your goal physique, by when you want it by. When it is written in paper, you are one step closer to bringing it to reality. So you need to make sure you have it jotted down on some paper. And you need to be visualizing it very clearly, as detailed as you can every single day. So, the next most important part of obtaining this crazy physical transformation that most fitness experts would tell you is not possible in that amount of time, that most dermatologists would say, skin that clear in such a short amount of time. Here's one of the most important things that you need to be doing daily from the moment you wake up till the time you go to sleep. And it's the most exciting, fun part. visualize and daydream constantly about this dream physique, okay? You need to always imagine what lean, chiseled you would be doing, how she would be acting, the clothes she would be wearing, the confidence that she would have. Guys, my life was night and day different after I dedicated everything to my health and my, physical appearance, losing the weight, getting that extra leanness and chiseledness. It honestly changed everything. They're like a little, oh, it's my hair. The background blur filter is. Anyways, so the way that I just want you to get excited for the life you're about to experience, okay? The way that people treat you will be like the way they treat, I don't want to say anything mean, but the way they treat someone that's, they don't care about versus how they treat a celebrity. It is a very drastic of a difference how much sweeter and kinder people are to you, the way you get approached more people want to be your friend. And it's all because I don't think it's vain, to be honest. I don't see an issue with that. I hope people are like, oh, I hate society for being so judgy and judgmental. Like, no, you need to be judgmental. If you see someone that's, out of shape and healthy, there are certain things you can assume about them, such as, and this is just reality, you will assume they're untrustworthy, they don't have discipline, they can't control themselves. So they're not someone you would off the bat want to befriend yourself with, be around. So looks are everything in this world, and the way to get those looks is by prioritizing your health, okay? Getting nice and lean and gorgeous and stunning with glowy, beautiful skin. So visualize how awesome your life will be and get excited over it. So what I would do specifically when I had like the craziest transformation in the shortest amount of time is every night before I went to bed, I vividly imagined in extreme detail waking up in the morning, getting out of bed, lifting up my shirt and seeing a tiny chiseled waist and seeing a lean chiseled face, because my face used to be very puffy and round. You could not see any cheekbone, any jawline, nothing of the sort. So I would just go to bed like imagining these things, and I would go to bed excited. And then I was like, in that same week when I started implementing this, literally every single morning I would visibly wake up to like a new line on my stomach, a new amount of leanness, new tightness, new, pimple gone. Like, it was just day to day transformation. And the strongly and vividly you imagine this transformation, the quicker it will happen, the better it will happen. So you need to focus on your visualization skills, okay? It's a skill like any other. Practice makes perfect, so every day just, or you can even in fact like make like a meditation tape yourself, just like, some people like to make hypnosis tapes, so like, I woke up and my stomach is so lean. I'm currently running my hands up and down my abs and they feel so, things like that. Like, my legs are so muscular and lean and tall and slender. I love the way they look at things like that. Just constantly brainwash yourself into looking like this ideal version of you. And here's the thing, people that have crazy transformations like that, they're unconsciously doing this. So they're not aware that they're obsessed with this ideal version of themselves, that day and night they are thinking about themselves with this ideal body, and that is how they achieve it. So people say, oh, it was all hard work. I ate this, I did this, and yeah, that was it. But they don't understand, because they don't know that the mental is what got them the furthest. So you need to calcify your mind into making it basically reality, making it fact for you that you are gorgeous, you look like a supermodel, you are so happy with your body, so happy with every aspect of yourself, physically, mentally. It's the only way to really get there. This is like the cheat code to get there. So a lot of people, it's harder for them to get there because they don't understand this aspect. A lot of people, what they do is they beat themselves up while trying to get there. So while they try to get to the lean body, the whole time they're like, wow, I'm never going to get there. All these unconscious thoughts they have throughout the day. I'm so out of shape, I can never stick to a diet. I'm addicted to food. All these things that they keep repeating themselves. How are you going to get to point B when you keep telling yourself that you are stuck at point A? It doesn't make any sense. What are you doing? So that is why you need to maintain consciousness throughout the day. You need to catch when you are saying these things to yourself. because I noticed I was doing that a lot when I, didn't look the healthiest or the best. I was solidifying that. I was like, wow, your stomach is so fat. Wow, your skin looks terrible. I would just constantly repeat these things to myself. But when I was in that moment of wanting to transform, I just ignored the external completely and just told myself that I'm already there. I'm already doing the things that I need to do. I'm already eating the way I need to eat. I'm already doing these other things. So I will get there. And that is when I got there the fastest. That's when I was able to stick to the diet. That's when I was able to get in the steps. That's when I was able to do everything else. If my voice is raspy right now, I swear it's usually not this raspy. It's just really late at night and I'm tired, and I guess I hate sounding raspy. I don't smoke a pack a day, I swear. But yeah, so that is the mental. Write it down on paper. Be obsessed with it. Think about it 24/7 and be happy and excited about it. Okay, the excitement of the clothes you're going to get to wear, the dates you'll probably go on, the new friends you'll make, and a lot of us are like this. A lot of us imagine that ideal version of ourselves and we're just like, if only I looked like this or did this, I would be able to do this and that and that. And you just keep daydreaming about these things that you want to do, but you'll probably never get to do. And here's the thing, you will never be as young as you are right now. Get as good looking as possible and have an awesome, amazing life because these years will pass by very quickly and you will be like, wow, why did I, spend my youth addicted to donuts and crumble cookie and donuts when I could have been good looking and had an amazing life doing things, doing, photo shoots, getting myself out there, being more confident. Here's another thing. Here's why your external look is so important. Your success, business wise, as well, is so dependent on how you look because if you're not confident with the way you look, you're going to reflect that in the way you carry yourself as well. So if you go to a business interview or you're trying to make your own business, because you're unsure of yourself, you're going to be unsure about that business and you won't get to the goals that you want to get to. So yeah, this is just impacts every single aspect of your life. Number 2, and let's talk about skin now. Stop using all those creams and lotions. I promise you they are not helping. Anyone that says, oh, but I put X, Y, and Z on my skin and it helped me out and blah, blah, blah. A lot of the time it's not the case. They're gimmicks. A lot of us buy these products and we waste a whole lot of money. Money that you could have spent on a ribeye steak. And it basically doesn't work a lot of the time. And if it does work, it is still an issue because you are not fixing the underlying cause. This whole thing of, oh, my acne is genetic. Okay, maybe you have a genetic predisposition to break out more, but it is because you have a pre-genetic disposition to break out more to the foods that cause you to break out. If you were to maybe cut them out of your diet, maybe if you didn't eat the stupid meal prep and stupid protein bar and stupid whatever else people are telling you to eat, maybe you wouldn't have the skin issue. So it's always something that is internal that causes the acne. Our skin is our biggest organ. It reflects any kind of health issue that we may be having. So for me, my liver was overworked when I was doing cooked carnivore, especially like I mentioned before. Um, I was eating a lot, guys. Like, protein shouldn't cause an issue, but I was eating so much of it and not enough fat, which helps lower the insulin spike that protein causes. So it was overburdening my liver. On top of that, I was abusing caffeine. So it resulted in this like weird kind of like red bump acne, like small bumps, textures all over my face. And it was just an overburdening of my liver. As soon as I stopped doing the things that burdened my liver, crystal clear skin, boom, immediately. And here's the thing, it comes back as soon as it left. If I have just one little coffee, boom, the little bumps are back on my forehead. If I have a little cheat, boom, they're back. Even if I eat out at a restaurant with friends and I order a steak, but they put something weird on the steak, happens. So my skin is very sensitive in that way, unfortunately. But as long as I'm on the proper human diet, my skin is clear. Isn't that a coincidence? If I'm eating the proper human diet, my skin looks beautiful. Kind of like I shouldn't be having the cookie in moderation. So you chill out with the skincare. Not only does it not work, but a lot of them contain endocrine disruptors. If you don't know what an endocrine disruptor is, you have something called an endocrine system responsible for your hormones, estrogen, testosterone, whatever. So, what these endocrine disruptors do is they mimic your natural hormones, so you stop producing them Kind of like how a bodybuilder will take testosterone, but then his natural body stops producing the testosterone. So you want to watch out for these endocrine disruptors. A lot of things nowadays contain them. Nail polish, makeup, shampoos, skincare products. They leave a lot of people infertile. They give a lot of people cancer. So, this whole I hate this word. I think it's called like orthorexic when they say you're like too careful about health. It's like you have to be when literally everything contains poison. Like of course I'm going to be orthorexic. They make up these stupid words to make people that care about their health feel like they're overdoing it. And oh, another thing people like to say is that, oh, but it's so stressful to care so much about these things that it stresses me out knowing that I'm putting something on my face, knowing that I'm eating something that is going to affect my fertility and my health so immensely. Like, that's stressful to me. Like, I'd be more stressed out eating a cookie than, avoiding the cookie because that's like an excuse a lot of people use. They're like, oh, this diet, it stressed me out a lot and being stressful is also bad for you. And so I just decided to start eating like a normal human again, which means that they just, started eating the foods that they like to indulge in that they know are not good for them. And here's the thing, I understand that you're stressed out that you can't have the cookie, but you know what's even more stressful than that? The blood sugar surge that your body receives when you eat these weird, crappy foods. So that is why my philosophy is avoid it completely, especially if you're someone like me that is an all or nothing person. If you enjoy something, you really enjoy it. Some of us, a lot of us, do things to the extreme, okay? We're either all about it or we're not. So that's why when you say, oh, just do everything in moderation, it's actually very selfish to say because you don't understand the mindset of people that have this all or nothing kind of personality. 1 in 3 people have the addiction gene, and this addictive personality and all or nothing, it goes hand in hand. So a lot of people, they can't do moderation. Okay, I can't do a bag of Doritos in moderation. I'm going to want to eat the whole bag of Doritos, and then I'm going to want to eat everything else in sight because it just blocked off my leptin ghrelin signals, and now I don't know if I'm hungry or full, or I just want to eat everything. So, yeah, besides skincare, the only thing that I use on my skin is beef tallow. I used Based Balm specifically. If you use code TURU, you get a discount. By the way, I use it on my hair too. Beef tallow is all you need. Did you know that all moisturizers were derived of animal fat when they were originally made? And that is when they worked the best and didn't give you 20 types of cancer. But now, the same way we replaced seed oils in our food, or we replaced animal fats in our food with seed oils. We're doing the same in skincare. Like Vaseline, for example, people put that like on their lips, on their eyes. It was beef tallow originally. Now you're putting literal petroleum on your skin. Absolutely terrible. Um, so besides skincare, like I said, all I use is beef tallow. Guys, diet. The diet is crucial, okay? So like I said before, the second I cheat on my diet, I will break out. You will know. If you see me with some blemishes, know that I probably ate something that I shouldn't, or it was like unintentional, like I swear. Like they just put stuff in there sometimes that doesn't belong in there, and you know? So, our skin is the biggest way that our body likes to detox. So, when there's a toxin in your skin, or in your body likes to push it out through your skin and it puts it on your face. Isn't that such an evil joke? Like out of all places it could have put this detox side effect, it puts it on your face where everyone can see. So annoying. I know some people get like back acne or like acne in other places, but a lot of us get, face acne. And it's just so annoying to deal with. Like I said, I'm super sensitive to everything. I just break out immediately. And um if you look at the recommendations that people give for like what to eat to heal your acne, they will say the stupidest things. They say like eat almonds, they're, have healthy fats. Almonds literally contain cyanide in them. If you have more than I think, I'm not sure if it's like 2 or 3 handfuls or something, it's like a lethal amount of cyanide from the almonds, okay? Same with the nuts, the fats in the nuts, they don't help your skin in any kind of way. Animal fats help your skin. You want to know why? Your skin, in order to be clear, needs retinol. Okay, that is the bioavailable form of vitamin A. So you know how these idiots on if you go to Skin Talk, these idiots will tell you that, oh, eat carrots for your skin to get clear skin because it has vitamin A. Carrots do not contain vitamin A. They contain beta carotene that only 45% of the population is able to convert to vitamin A. But if you eat beef liver, if you eat animal fats, that vitamin A is readily available, giving you gorgeous, glowy skin. It helps your skin cell turnover, meaning glowy skin all the time. Acne scars healed as well at an accelerated rate. Oh, also shower filter, guys. Don't forget. Put a filter on your shower. You don't want hard water. The water is so chemically now. All these women taking all this birth control. It goes into the water system. The water filtration system is not advanced enough to filter out birth control, so we're just showering in birth control water. It's terrible, I know. So you better make sure you get a good filter on there. The one I use is in my storefront. Same with your sink. It also made a pretty big difference in skin quality. And then what else? So yeah, you just want to prioritize those animal products. So dairy, you want to make sure that it is raw, but here's the thing. When you trigger excessive insulin spikes and blood sugar spikes, it will result in a breakout. So for me, this was overdoing dairy and overeating protein because I still had that like binge eater mindset. And even on cooked carnivore, it did not fix. It was only fixed once I went raw. Only raw carnivore fixed the skin, fixed this overeating issue completely. By the way, if raw carnivore is scary to you, just join the community. Basically, everyone in there is either transitioning to raw or they are already doing raw. You get to see what we all eat. You get to see our transformation, how our skin is clearing, how girls are getting their periods back, how people are going off of anxiety medications because they feel so much better. It is insane. You need this community of people to see what a difference it will make in your life and just to get motivated to stay on track because there's not a shot in hell that you are going to stick to this diet by yourself or stick to any kind of healthy lifestyle by yourself. You need positive influences that keep you in line. So every day people are posting some amazing posts in our community. I do weekly coaching calls every Sunday, talk about different subjects to keep you locked in. And then, of course, when you switch over to the proper human diet, the cravings go away. So here's the thing. Um, Basically, 99% of what people are eating nowadays does not belong in the human body, okay? We are eating overcooked, overprocessed things. Sure, you look good for now, but your kids will not look good, or even you in your old age will not be looking your greatest, and you will need to get Botox and filler and 3 face transplants to look somewhat normal. It is just so frustrating to see how badly we've been brainwashed. Foods that were considered as peasant foods a couple hundred years ago are now not only seen as food, like normal food, but they're seen as health foods at that. People eat their quinoa, they eat their sourdough bread, they eat, what else do they eat? Berries and shrubs when people ate that in a famine back in the day. And then meat, we have to overcook the meat, eat the leanest of the lean cuts of meat. Just makes no sense. Our body runs on fat, okay? We store, right? You can be 600 pounds of fat for a reason. Glycogen, however, carbs, you can only store a max of around 2,300 calories. That is why your glycogen stores are limited, but fat is limitless because our bodies were designed to run on fat. And here's the thing. Combining fat and carbs is one of the worst ideas ever, worst things you can do because our body is not good at using both. So that is why like cookies, pastries, they're like really bad for you. It is a combination of carbs and fat. Our body cannot use both. There is something called the Randall cycle. I've talked about this in previous videos. By the way, in my school community, I have so many lecture videos where I go more into detail on the scientific aspect of things, which is really important because once you understand the mechanics behind these things, it is easier to stick to because you know exactly what the heck is going on in your body if you eat X, Y, and Z. So, Randall cycle, aka basically your body cannot use both efficiently. It's either carbs or fat, okay? So that is why when you combine them, it's not a good idea. But when you are running on fat, your body makes its own carbs in the exact amount that it needs. But when you go eat these, strawberry honey smoothie, make your own little recipe, make your own bread or whatever, it is a carb sugar bomb in your body. By the way, carbs and sugar, same thing, okay? All carbs convert into glucose in your body. So there is no difference between a cupcake and a bowl of white rice. They both turn into sugar. By the way, same with protein, except the insulin spike is at a much lower rate than carbs would cause. That is why you need to pair your protein with the fat. Lean chicken breast is stupid. Lean meats in general are stupid. You need to have some fat on there because the fat blunts the insulin and blood sugar spike. And spiking your insulin or blood sugar results in advanced glycation end products. You age yourself quicker. So, yeah, those are some of the basics. If you want more motivation, you want a tight knit group of committed people that want to look and feel their best, and we don't fall into the BS of everything in moderation because we want perfection. We want to be as good looking, as healthy as possible. Join the community. We have a great time in there. I love you all a lot. Thanks for watching. Bye.